Hi everyone, it's Nikki here from Gammy Line Plans, and today I have quite a special video. I received this beautiful planner for my honest review from Sadie-Sue Stationery, and let me tell you, I am absolutely in love with it. I really am. So I'm going to give you a flip through, and then I will put the links in the description on how you can get hold of Sadie-Sue Stationery and order your own, and I think they have other products as well. So as you can see from the cover, it's very muted. It's so elegant. It's really simple in its beauty, really. It's very simplistic. It's a true A5 size. It's not too thick. This is a 6-month planner, so it's not too chunky, so that's quite nice. I mean, you can just stick it in your handbag and take it wherever you want to go. So yeah, let's open this baby up. So the first page, I've already written in it a bit, and I've done a pen test on the last page, which I'll show you. And it's this planner belongs to, your phone number, and if found, return to. And the paper, I've got to tell you, it's gorgeous. It's almost like having a muted glossy magazine. That's the only way that I can describe it. It's thick as well. I feel it's probably between 100 and 110 GSM. So it's really thick, you know, and it's luxurious. If you feel it, I just want to feel it the whole time because it feels so good. It's really beautiful. So okay, so let's get into the planner. So what you have at the beginning is you have this is an undated planner. Sorry, I needed to tell you that. So I've filled in the months here. So what you get is the first a few pages. You get 6 monthly undated pages. Now what I like about what they've done as well is they actually left the day of the week headings open as well, because you know, mostly in South Africa we have a Monday start, which is my preference as well, but you do get people who prefer a Sunday start, so you can actually start your week and have it start and end on whatever day that you feel, and then you date accordingly. So I really enjoyed that. And then there's space obviously to write the month pertaining to, you know, that actual specific month. And so yeah, so I've got 6 months. So I've got June. Where are we? Hello Nikki, it's June. So June to November 2021. And straight after your monthly pages, you go into your weekly planner. Now I've counted this up. You've got 26 weekly planner, you know, double spread planners, which is then therefore obviously 6 months. So you get 6 months worth of your weekly. It's a very simple layout. It's horizontal: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and a notes section here. So I really enjoy a weekly planner like this, where I can just put in like an appointment or whatever I feel. And then here I've also put the first of the 2 ribbons, the ribbon bookmarkers that are attached to the planner. So if we just skim through, you can see how it's just beautifully elegant. I mean, it's really classy. I mean, you could go to meetings, you could go to you know, anything professional, and I think that this would be just absolutely beautiful to take with you. And once you get to the end of the week, so I'm just going to go straight to my second ribbon marker, you get today pages. So this honestly is one of the only planners that I have come across that has monthly, weekly, and daily pages, and I think that is phenomenal. I really do. I think it's such a good idea that today's again are undated, so if you don't, you know, on a weekend, if you're not using it, then you're not losing out on space or anything like that. So there's our monthly, the weeklies, and then here's our today pages. very, very well laid out. Today you write your date, and then you've got lines over here if you wanted to just make notes, but you also have little checklist blocks here that if you wanted to actually form a to-do list, or just have checklists and tick them off, you could do that. But it's so beautifully done that it actually could be just part of the decor of the page if you just wanted to write notes and not have a checklist. So the today pages, there's plenty of them, and I haven't counted them, and I'm very, very sure that there are 6 months worth of today pages in here. And so I'm just going to get to the end of the today pages. Then what you have is you have a few notes pages, and again, very elegant, very simplistic in their beauty, really. So you get some lined note pages, and then quite a few actually, which is lovely. And then you get some dotted pages. So the dot grid pages as well, so you get a few of those. If I have to have one thing that I would say that I would change, is I would make the dots paler. I'm not a dot grid fan when the dots are very, very dark. So it's my ADHD brain, it interferes with the writing. But when I actually did the pen test, which I'm going to show you now, it didn't actually bother me at all. So that was just my first impression. And if there's one sort of change I would make, would be just to make these maybe slightly, the size of them are perfect, but to make them slightly paler, just so that they are more of a guideline for writing and drawing lines and whatever, instead of actually quite prominent on the page. So then we come, so there's quite a couple of these pages as well. And then, you know what I really love is the fact that you've got all those today pages, and then you've got notes pages as well. So if you wanted to take ad hoc notes that you didn't want to have it on a specific day, you can do that as well. So I mean, this planner really offers so much. It really, really does, in terms of planning space, note space, doodles. If you're the artistic type, you could actually bullet journal in this really beautifully. I'm not the artistic type. I'm the creative type, but I'm not artistic. But I mean, I'm already thinking I'm going to use some of my Happy Planner stickers in here. It's so pretty, and like I said, this paper. Oh my gosh, I don't know where they got this paper from, but it is gorgeous. So then we get to the pen test. So I wanted to do quite a extensive pen test, mainly because I was thinking about the smoothness of the page. Would it take gel pens? How would it be with different types of pens and things like that? So what I've got here, and I sort of did it in sections, and I gave it sort of like a few seconds to dry, because on a normal like printer paper or a Happy Planner or that sort of thing, it dries immediately, and that's because it has that sort of slight textured surface. So here's what I have discovered. I did a friction pen, the 05 needle point, that did not smudge at all. Okay, wrote my lightsaber gel pen. I have to show you this. I got this for my birthday. I'm a Star Wars fan, and my birthday is on Star Wars Day, and this was given to me for my birthday. How cool is this? But let me tell you, this pen writes like a dream. It is an absolutely beautiful pen to write with. So I was actually really, really gutted that it didn't dry in enough time for me to not smudge it. So let's put that over there. I tried a Bic orange pen. The ballpoint pen worked beautifully. The friction pen 07 worked beautifully. Then I tried my Pentel Energel 0.5 needle tip. It smudged. I did a mild liner highlighter. No smudging whatsoever. And that was literally within a second or two. Then I used my Hobonichi pen, which I know is kind of a waste of time to do this for South African viewers, because you can't get this in South Africa unless you order from Japan. Your Hobonichi comes with your Hobonichi. But I was gifted this by my Marianki. on Plan with Marianne, and it actually writes beautifully in here. It didn't smudge at all, and it's a mixture. For me, the Hobonichi, I don't know why I'm telling you this, because you can't get one. Oh, I'm sorry, but it's a mix between a ballpoint and a gel pen, so maybe that's why it's sort of, it didn't smudge at all. I mean, it was almost immediate that I rubbed over. I did a big multi-pen, that was absolutely fine. I did a Uniball Signo, and that was actually fine. I might have left it a few seconds longer because I tested these ones and this one, and I was looking through all my pens and so on. I did a Stadler, oh, I don't know how to say it, the Triplus Fine Liner, which had a bit of a smudge to it. I did the Uniball Signo, which had a tiny bit of a smudge to it, but that was an almost immediate swipe with my finger. So I think if you give it a second or two, I think that the Uniball would be fine. I did a Pilot Dual Metallic, which actually didn't smudge, but I think that took a few longer seconds. I did a Typo Smooth Scribbler, which is a beautiful pen to write with, but it smudged. I did a Faber-Castell calligraphy pen, which didn't smudge, but it didn't write, for me it didn't write as nicely with the dots it came up, and I think that's just because it's a light color green. Then I did my black Uniball Signo, and that was fine. I did a Pentel E-Ball, that was fine. I did a Uniball Signo Broad, and that smudged a little bit, but then I also went over that quite quickly. I didn't give it a second or two, but you've got to think about when you're actually writing in your planner and you're scribbling notes and you want to turn the page almost immediately. That's why I did this pen test, because you want to have that ability to turn the page knowing that it's not going to smudge on the other side. I did a Crayola Super Tip, that was absolutely fine. I did the Pilot G207, that smudged. Jelly Rolls smudged. I knew it would. I mean, we know our Jelly Rolls. You know, we use our Jelly Rolls. We let them dry for quite a while. I did my Lamy fountain pen. I didn't hardly give it any time to dry. It wrote beautifully on the paper. Let me tell you, if you've got the patience to wait before you turn the page, the fountain pen writes beautifully on this paper. Absolutely beautiful. And then the last one I did was a Schneider Slider XB, the extra broad, and that didn't smudge at all. So my conclusion is that your ballpoint pens are not going to smudge at all, and your Japanese made pens, your Uniballs, the Hobonichi, if you give them just that like second or two longer, I don't think they're going to smudge at all. And then when I turned the page, there was no ghosting, no bleed through. I used some quite dark colors on some of this. Absolutely, that's why I think that the GSM of this paper is about 100, 110, maybe even 120. So it doesn't matter what color you use. I used all different colors. Not even ghosting. There was no ghosting. There's no bleed through, no nothing. And then here we have on the last page, we just have our current year and the following 2 years. I cannot believe when I saw 2023, I was like, oh my gosh, we are just getting already. I mean, I still think sometimes, oh yeah, no, we just into the 2000s, you know, but we actually not. My son turned 21 last week, and he was born in year 2000, and I'm like, okay, so we well into the century now. But yeah, that was just a little bit of a divert there. Sorry about that. So yeah, so that's it. And then closing it up, that is our planner. The only other thing that I would mention that could potentially, for myself, be something that I would think about quite carefully, is because the binding is glued, and it's glued well. Let me tell you, the binding has done very, very well, but it's not sewn binding, so they don't have signatures. It's just a whole lot. So in that case, it doesn't lie too flat. Then as I'm saying this and I'm pushing, I don't want to break the spine, but there you go. So that's just my take on it. Overall, I think that this is an absolutely stunning planner. And And any planner girl will tell you, and all of us planner girls know, that we get bored with planners really quickly. So having a 6-month planner is stunning because you're not committing for a whole year. So yeah, Sadie-Sue Stationery, I am so blessed. Thank you so much for sending me this beautiful planner. I'm actually going to use it for my business, for Gummy Line Plans, for this channel. And I'm busy rebooting my Facebook page because I'm going to start making Traveler's Book inserts and Filofax inserts again, but I'm sort of jacking it up from where I was before. So it's going to be over the next sort of few weeks. I'm planning to launch probably the beginning of July. So keep an eye on the channel if you subscribed. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing and press that little notification bell so that you get notified every time I post a video, because the stuff I'm making for the Traveler's Notebooks and for Filofax, I will be doing flip throughs of everything on the channel. So, and yeah, I just hope you guys have a wonderful day, have a really blessed day, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Bye.